wonder if you can see the shake in this car, because like, it's a fucking massage. The window doesn't work either. What the fuck? I think Calvin sold you this car too cheap, you know.
Why?
Because you didn't tell me that it came with fucking massage chairs.
Massage chairs? What the fuck
Yeah.
is that?
It's got the biggest fucking wobble in the world.
Was it really?
Yeah.
Wobble it?
No, I mean just the car.
Oh, that's even better. Well, it's injector seals. That's the only one they had. Is that lemon though?
It's got no sugar in it.
You don't need sugar.
Ah.
You hybrid up.
Fucking zero. Fucking zero.
Oh.
Fucking 8 years! Right then, YouTube. 46 compact. 90 scrap. Ah, not really. So this is where we're at. Gear up. Compact. Gonna tidy up round here so I can get round it because she's a bit of a mess. And there's a saloon in there which was meant to be getting built as we speak, but it's not. Instead, this one arrived because I can't control my money because I'm a fucking idiot. So I'm gonna tidy up, start splitting this car tonight, get the interior out, get the bumpers off, bonnet off. I mean, I don't really need to take the panels off because, you know, that paintwork is pristine. So I don't think, unless you guys have any other ideas, I don't think it needs painting. But if you think it needs tidying up, let us know. I'm also building a mezzanine floor up here so we can get all of these Subaru parts out of the way up there. This one runs, but she's a bit ropey. A WRX engine with 200,000 miles on, and we believe it's still on the original clutch.
You
So
can't believe it after we started it the other night.
yeah, you can. Ha! That scrap there, I don't know. What's it need? It's all good, isn't it?
The E90 needs
She needs a clutch.
No, it doesn't actually need a clutch. It's just I have got a light and flywheel for it and a new clutch to go in it, but it does need a rear toe arm. So I kind of had that bent before we went to Mondello. The plan was to take it to Ireland and get it aligned over there, but some gas monkey over there decided to break an X5 and leave it on his ramp. X3. This is actually the donor engine that's going in that over the winter. Well, I say the winter, probably mid-summer next year because we are doing the winter series in this. So yeah, I'm just going to be taking the engine out of this over the weekend, start getting it ready for turbo and the shenanigans.
If you can get your words out, son. I'm going to start splitting this 46 and Michael is going to tell you all about the weekend in Mondello. She was exciting.
Hello, Nike. Recapping the weekend for Mondello. Yeah, it was quite a stressful lead up to the weekend, because initially I wasn't actually planning on doing, well, I wasn't planning on driving the bash. I was actually planning on flying over, so I actually booked tickets to fly. So basically what happened was, I was going to drive Drift League at Teesside in the United. They released the layout of Drift League, and it turned out that the layout that they did at Teesside just wasn't, personally, my own opinion is my car wasn't suited for that track. And it was a big long pull, what it looked like on the run-up. And I just thought the higher horsepower was just going to pull away from us. With only being like 260 horsepower, I just thought no. So I inquired about driving the bash in Ireland. And I thought, I'm never going to get in there. Like, you have to have good experience to drive. Yes, I have drove it before, but it was as a double drive. Magic was the main driver from GT Tuning. And like, the applications was already gone for like 3 months. Didn't realise there was still applications available. So 2 hours after I applied, I got an email confirmation saying I had been accepted. So I started looking at boats, best way to go, priced up, going from Holyhead to Dublin. That wasn't really feasible for me. It was like a 4-hour drive to Holyhead, then it's like a 4-hour boat journey, but the boat was like £800. Or I could drive to Stranraer. It was $460 I think I paid, or $450, something like that. I paid a little bit extra just in case I needed to cancel, whether the car wasn't going to make it or whatever, or different circumstances. Thursday the 18th, I think we left for Ireland. The morning I started work at,
Yes, it was.
5:30 in the morning. Both of us started 5:30 in the morning, and we ended up doing, like, I think I did a 16-hour shift that day. I finished work at 8 o'clock on the night. Then we ended up loading the van, getting the trailer, going shopping, getting washed, getting clothes together, etc, etc. Everything you need for the trip. Ended up setting off on the Thursday evening at like 11:30. Anyhow, we set off. We got the turn right in about 4:05 in the morning.
Something like that.
We had some giggles along the way. It was a good crack. But when we got there, we just missed the ferry, which the guy did say we could actually have got on if we were 10 minutes earlier. But obviously we missed that one, so he just said pull up in the back of the car park and come back in 2 hours basically. So coming around about 6 o'clock, we were allowed to check in, we got a coffee and everything, got on the board, 0 issues. Turns out, which is a coinky-dink, for some reason every time I book a flight to Ireland, everything's always delayed. Like, and I mean everything. Like last time I went there, the flight was delayed from 10 o'clock at night till 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. So when we got on the boat, we actually had news that all flights had been cancelled, etc, etc. So kind of glad.
Oh, that was the cyber breakdown, wasn't it?
Yeah, some cyber breakdown through Microsoft. So I was kind of glad that I got the ferry. I was more excited to drive with the lads over there. Yeah, we got the other side, no problem whatsoever. Driving, I think it's like 2 hours, 2.5 hours down to Monaghan. We met the boys from GT Tuning, basically Bartek and Magic. Funny story with them, he's actually the one who's made the name for this YouTube channel, shall I say. Background of this channel is Magic from GT Tuning. Every post I put on Facebook, every conversation we had, his response was, don't worry, more throttle. And then it got to the point where everyone in the friendship group, everyone in our circle, was literally commenting on every single post I put on social media saying, don't worry, more throttle. So it kind of just stuck. Me and AJ was bouncing names backwards and forwards, and then we just said, you know what it is, let's just call it more throttle. So that's where the name come from. So we helped them load up by to bring a few tyres and dips and JZ parts for people down at the bash. And Magic said that he'd borrow people and sell people stuff. So I ended up putting them in my van because he was already fully loaded. So we set off down to Mondello. We had an email confirmation from Mondello Park themselves that we could get in early on the Friday to drop a good friend Phil Kenneth's truck, my car, Magic's car, and then I would take the trailer away in the van. We'd all stop at Phil Kenneth's. So we'd head off to Mondello. We got down there. unloaded the car. We head off to Phil Kenner's, aka Gravel Man.
AKA the what?
The Gravel Man.
Oh, the Gravel Man.
With his land yacht of a E34 BMW. So we ended up going across the Phil's. I was bringing my Joe's car to the bash the next year. So we loaded the trailer, everything got sorted. And then we all went for food on the Friday night, chilled atmosphere. Actually, rewind a little bit back. When I was unloading the car, I jumped in the car and I realised the windscreen was smashed. Bearing in mind I only replaced the windscreen. Well, it wasn't smashed, it was cracked. And I only replaced this windscreen like 2-3 weeks ago. So I was a little bit annoyed. I thought maybe it was something to do with the stone slipping up off the road or something like that. Never mind, let's get the car off the trailer. Just leave it and we'll worry about it another day. Once pulling it off the trailer, I realised that the steering wasn't the same. It was very unusual to steer, considering I only had it on the ramp like 3-4 days prior to this. I'm very annoyed, realised that the tracker end was bent, the tie rod was bent. These are things I check every single time. So it looked like someone had been out in the car. Is what it is at this point. All I had to do was make sure it was fixed. So went away Thursday because we literally had to leave Mondello within 20 minutes. And obviously wanted to go home. The Driftgames lads obviously wanted to set up track and do this, that and the other. So we weren't physically meant to be there. Luckily enough, Philip has a good relationship with Mondello and we managed to do these things. So we head off to Philip's, we load the trailer, we head off for some food. We had a great night. I kicked myself a little bit, kind of got to the point where I actually wanted to go home. Just a simple fact of I knew my car was broken. I didn't have a chance to fix it and I didn't know if I had the correct parts with us to fix it. Still enjoyed the night. I was a bit disheartened obviously with everything that went on. So we got back to Phil's. I think we were awake for how many hours?
39, I think I worked out.
39 hours, I think, with an hour maybe here or there.
We got nearly an hour while we waited for the boat.
Yeah, right, an hour's sleep never really goes really well with anyone, especially not me. If anybody knows me, I don't function properly without a good 9 hours. Went to bed on 10 o'clock I think it was, got up at 6 o'clock the next morning, head off to Mondello. Lucky enough, I just set up everything while I just went ahead and fixed the car. Turns out it was only a tracker end and a tie rod. So if anyone knows E90s, BMWs, the lock kits are a bit weird. Well, my lock kit is. It's from CNC 71. It's a great bit of kit for how cheap it is. But it runs Mercedes ML outers, tracker ends, and actually E36 inners. So the E36 inners isn't a problem. They're like 20 quid, but the outers are 70 quid a go if you bend them. Which is not a problem. I had them. I had spares. I always take spares wherever I go. So I managed to get that fixed. Then I went for briefing and AJ took the car for scrutineering, which for some reason, what problem did you have with scrutineering? They were looking at the eyelets to see if they were screwed through the floor or something like that.
Yeah, you couldn't find where the same was bolted, but it's welded, isn't it? Not the seat,
but
hands.
Everything on that car is properly welded to the floor. Whether that's regulation or not, I don't know, that's how we did it anyway. So, yeah, everything passed. He passed no problem. He was just a bit confused at the beginning. But I know other people who've welded them to the floor and they've never had an issue, so not sure what's right or wrong. Maybe I'll look into that. We went for briefing. I was actually falling asleep for the briefing, it was quite long. And then from there it was track time. Obviously I was a bit nervous. I had no toe plates, nobody had any toe plates with them. I just guessed the alignment. The steering wheel was like this, but it is what it is. We went out, we sent it, first lap, sent it in like I normally would. literally from that point on, the car had zero issues. It was that wet on the Saturday. We were just using fuel only. We decided to run the layouts the opposite way. So normally on the Saturday you'd go under the bridge and enter in under the bridge, but like once it's dry you're full flat out as fast as you can go and literally flick in as hard as you can. I didn't have the balls to do the flicks. I was hard going in, but it's still fast. Like I think it's like 80 to 90 mile an hour. But because it was raining, they decided to swap it round, so you do the opposite layout on Saturday and then under the bridge on the Sunday because they knew it was going to be dry. So yeah, on the Saturday morning we just sent it. We had some good fun with the team from GT Tuning, Phil Kenner in his E34, Darren in his S14. Again, we had some really good laps. I'll start putting videos in while I was on. Again, just sending it, no problem, chase as much as I can. What day did I go on the gravel? Saturday or Sunday? The Sunday, wasn't it? No, it was the Saturday. I think the Saturday afternoon I was chasing the S14 and basically what happened, he spun in front of us and my quick reaction was, shit, I'm going to hit him. So I just threw it straight into the grass in the gravel. Turns out there's 4 eyes I had. I'm not going to mention any names of where I got them from. The front and rear one snapped and tried to pull toes out. So we had to pull the rear bumper off and they tore it out off the frame. Lucky enough, Reese had some spare like toe straps for the wheels. We kind of used them for toe straps from after that. Going from there, the Saturday evening, Phil Kenner basically turned around and said, go and have a go on my E34 com car, left-hand drive, 510 horsepower, and it's like 1100 newton meters of torque. Phil, you'll be able to correct us if I'm wrong. And I'll put this video in here. Unreal car to drive. Like, I've never drove a car like it, as weird as it sounds. Like, it was such a buzz to drive, but so difficult to drive. Like, you can put it on the line, no problem, but like, it just tries to kill you at every instant. Like, it was unbelievable. And then from there, Magic actually offered us a go of his M3, and then at the same time Darren offered us a go of his 1.5 JZ S14, and I was like, I am not missing the opportunity of driving that thing. I think she's like 440 horsepower. Again, Darren, if you can correct us if I'm wrong. I'll put the video on here. The first entry, Darren's got a normal style hydro. Mine's like next to the steering wheel. So I flicked it, and I went out and flicked it the opposite way. I normally pull the hydro just to settle the car a little bit. And I went for the hydro like normal, and it wasn't there. So it kind of just messed everything up, and I nearly fly off track. But from there on, I learned everything where the car was, and we're on full send. And then the second lap, I threw it in, and I didn't realise Magic was actually on the door in his M3. Did not expect that whatsoever. But it was good crack. We got around the last corner and there was an S14 span, so we had to shut it down. Unfortunately, that was the last lap of the day. I didn't really get to use Darren's car to the full potential, but it was such an amazing car to drive. Like, the car's up for sale, so if anyone was interested to buy it, please don't buy it, because I really want to buy it. But if anyone was interested in buying it, hit Darren up. And then it come to the night, we literally ate like kings and queens, didn't we? Like, Willow, she always goes to the local butcher, gets us everything we need, you name it, we had it. And then Magic comes out with his famous drink with the Magic Cola, which is whiskey, I think it's ginger ale. And then once Magic's had a few, he's a bit messy with the smoke machine, isn't he? He loves the good old smoke machine and a bit of a dance on the night. To be fair, that night I was that exhausted and I drank that much I can't even remember getting to bed. Saying, AJ, turn the light off, and then I woke up the next day. Anything you'd like to say for the shenanigans on the Saturday evening?
He was fucking mortal. Nice one for me to fucking sleep with, innit? I mean, not sleep with, you know.
Giggity.
Sharing fun, that's all it was, nothing more.
What happened,
I swear to God.
What happened?
Well, now when my fingers were brown.
Oof.
Silicone.
So yeah, the Sunday morning, got up about 10:15, and then basically just chilled out a bit. And I just had a bit of a bad head, just off the previous night, so got in the car about 11, half 10, quarter 11, something like that. Did the first laps under the bridge. I had Jay in the car from the first time I met Jay. He's one of Philip's friends. Turns out that the car would only do 2 to 3 laps on a set of tyres under the bridge. So I only had 10 tyres left, so I knew they were going to go very, very quickly. So we just spaced out today, we didn't do too much. With Bartek, Marjek and Philip. I think even Willow tried to do a chase run with us. She come on leaps and bounds as a driver. But anyway, we did some absolutely savage laps. I'll put these in here. rubbing his dad's door, brand new car, freshly built bash yoke according to Magic. But this car is probably a mediocre Pro 2 car, should I say. It's quite a good spec, fully rebuilt engine, everything touched on the car, it's unbelievable. So, Bartek's a very, very good calculated driver, especially in the chase. I would like to do more driving with them if I could. Obviously with them being in Ireland, it's quite difficult to get to and from all the time, especially with the ferry costs. Oh no, she's leaking!
I broke it.
You've had that fucking car 5 minutes.
Yeah.
5 minutes?
At least I broke it in here.
That's for later. Boat situation on the way home. Clever me, I decided to book an 8 o'clock ferry. I learned very quickly that the bash doesn't finish till 5:30. And it's like a 2.5, 3 hour drive back to land. So I had to very politely go and speak to Babs from Mondello Park, and she organised for us to get out. She stopped the whole track for us to get across. We left at like 3:30, 4 o'clock to make sure we got to the boat. We wanted to stop for food and we didn't want to rush, so I ran out of tyres by this point, so we just set off, got back to the boat on a good time, chilled out, watched a few videos of the weekend, got back on the boat. No problems getting back home. We got home about 2:30 in the morning, then back up for work for 7. Great weekend, love to do it again, but the pocket won't allow it right now. So going forward, AJ's broke the 46 compact that he's had all of 10 minutes. If you see,
Oh my god, there's a bit of fall.
if you see, it's leaking already, and he wasn't meant to do that. So yeah, were you meant to do that?
No.
So now, the car,
Ask us if I care.
do you care?
No.
He doesn't care, people.
Where's the cap gone off the power steering?
He's got a new power steering pump on a kid, because it's in the boot of my car.
Do you give you a cap?
I don't know, I've not looked. So, going from now, plan is to get this sorted for an up and coming future drift event. Then we'll probably start on the E46 that's in this back corner. Obviously we're doing bits with the E90.
We've got this to build, we've got this to build. We may have another car to build, saucy one.
Is that the one from Wales?
Oh no, I forgot about that. Yeah, we've got a 300 ZX that needs a twin turbo conversion. So we need to go to Wales to collect that. I forgot all about that.
So yeah, we've got Tom's 300 ZX. That's it for this episode, should I say. The next one is quite exciting. Wow. I'd say exciting. It's very depressing actually. So stay tuned for that. Here's a little teaser of what's to come. Thanks for watching.
8 years. 8 years.